Good morning. Yes, in a new location today. I'm Jacqueline Morosco from Spirited Practice, and this morning I thought that we would do a nice little gentle practice. So I invite you to bring your hands to your heart center to place them onto your body. And as you do so, take a nice long inhale, long smooth exhale, letting go of whatever you've been doing before you came here. And noticing how your body feels and thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with the practice. And so after you set your intention, maybe bowing the head to the heart, heart to the earth. And we're going to start sitting on the ground, and let's move with the breath, with the arms. So inhaling your arms up and exhaling them down. Do this a couple of times, inhaling up, exhaling down one more time. All right, now we're going to add a little twist. So you're going to inhale up, exhale, one hand behind you, one hand in front. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale to the second side. Moving with your breath, no rush, just noticing how your body feels as you move. And if it doesn't feel good to bring your arms all the way up, it's okay just to bring them a little bit up as you're moving and move them side to side. Let's do one more time. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, second side. Coming back to the center, we're going to find our tennis ball, because what would it be like if we didn't use tennis balls? And what I want you to do is you're going to sit up, place that tennis ball right under your hip. And so as you're doing this, I want you to try to find the center of your glute and then come over to your side. And yes, I know we do this a lot, but and it's really helpful. So you're just going to gently roll that tennis ball into your glute, and you control how much pressure by using your feet and your forearm on the ground. And continue to breathe and just moving right into that glute. And when you feel complete on that side, because I know, as I always say, we could do it for a really long time, we're going to take the second side. So placing the tennis ball under your second hip, right in the center of the glute if you can, and then allowing your body to soften into the tennis ball. And you're still breathing and noticing how you're feeling, and you might even think about, as you exhale, releasing any tension, anything that's not serving you, especially in your hips right now. And eventually we'll come up. We're going to place that tennis ball off to the side for a moment. And from here, I want you to make your way up onto your hands and your knees. And so engaging your core, and your back is straight to the best of your ability. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. The hands and knees are as wide as your hips and shoulders, and you might be slightly in front of your shoulders with your hands, slightly behind the knees. It gives us a little bit more room. And you're noticing how your back body feels as you're moving with your breath. Beautiful. Now, next time we come up, we're going to add in a little bit of balance. So taking your right arm and your left leg, finding your balance. Vision stays towards the ground. We're going to take that side down, do the second side. And again, opposite arm and leg, vision towards the ground. If it doesn't work using both, an arm and a leg, you can use one or the other. Now we're going to do that in a dynamic way. So you'll inhale, right arm up, left leg. Exhale down to child's pose. When you come up, second side, inhale is up, exhale is down, and we'll keep moving. Inhaling up, exhaling down. moving at the pace of your breath, so you don't have to keep up with me. You could be moving more quickly or more slowly. We're going to do this last side one more time. Come down to child's pose. And now here, when you're in child's pose, I want you to walk those hands over to the right, reach your hips over to the left. Still breathing long, smooth breaths. Come back through the center. And second side. And as you're here, making sure you can still breathe fully. We'll come back through the center and come on up into a kneeling position. Now, some of you might have a block down on the floor in front of you. I don't have one today, so I'm just going to do it without, and we're gonna have our hands on the pelvis. I'll do it facing you and then to the side. We're gonna inhale, one arm up, exhale down to the ground, turning your head away from that arm. Inhale up, arm comes down, second side. So the inhale is as you're reaching towards the sky, the exhale is you come down to the ground. Inhale up, exhale down, and you're moving in a way that feels good. If it doesn't feel good to turn your head, you can keep your head straight. One more time on each side. Beautiful. And as you finish that side, now we're going to do both arms at the same time. So we'll inhale both arms up, take both hands onto the back of the pelvis with the palms facing up. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And one more time. And then when you come back up, pause for a moment, just check in, see how you're feeling today. Now, from here, we're going to step forward with our right foot and make sure your left knee is behind you. And if your floor is firm, you might have a blanket under your knee, the back knee that is. And I just want you to stay here for a moment, breathe, notice how you're feeling. And then I realize you can't see my foot on the video, but we're going to turn your foot out to the right. So let me just stand up and fix this. So you're turning your foot out, right? And we're going to stay there for a moment and bring your belly towards that inner thigh and keep breathing. And then we'll bring that foot forward. We're going to straighten that front leg. Walk your hands back. Point your toes up towards the sky. Now inhale, body up. Exhale towards that leg. Moving with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. And then we'll walk forward one more time. And then we're going to move with your breath, bending and straightening the leg. And if one way feels better than the other, it's okay if you just continue to hold in one position. All right, next time we come back, we're going to bring that right foot back and step your other foot forward. So again, here we are. We're going to pause for a few moments, check in with your breath, notice how your body's feeling. And again, when you're ready, you're going to turn that foot away from your body and start to turn your body towards that inner thigh. And continue to breathe, making sure that everything feels okay as you stay here. And then one more time, we're going to turn that foot forward. Walk our hands back, straighten the leg, point the toes up towards the sky. Inhale, body up, exhale towards your leg. Moving with your breath in a way that feels good. And I know some of you might need to keep a bend in that knee. That's totally okay. You're working with your body. As I always say, you make the pose work for your body. You don't fit your body into the pose. Now again, we're going to come forward and move forward and back with your breath, making sure as you move that your breath is still long and smooth. There's no direct pain in your body. All right. So again, next time we step back, we're going to step that foot back, come up onto our knees again, and then come on all the way up. And once you're standing up, I want you to find your tennis ball once again, and we're going to roll our feet on the tennis balls for just a moment because, because it feels good and it's very helpful. It's also, as we're standing here and rolling on the feet, you get lots of information from your feet, and it's a time to reconnect with your breath and your body. Now we'll do the second side. All right. And every time I start doing this, it's always like I need to keep going, but I can do that after we're done. Okay, so when you're done with that second foot, we're gonna move it over to the side in a nice safe place. And so here we are, we're standing up towards the front of your mat. You're gonna take your hands onto your legs, inhale, body up, exhale, slide down as far as it's comfortable. Then we're gonna inhale halfway up and exhale all the way in. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling down. One more time. And then on this inhale, let's come all the way up. When you get to the top, let's roll through those shoulders. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale, slide them down the back body. Noticing as you're here, what's happening with your breath and your body. And now, I want you to have your feet about hip width apart, connect with your breath. And we're gonna start to move the arms up as we inhale. I'm gonna do this quite often, so just exploring, inhaling up a little bit, coming up onto your toes if that's safe, and then exhaling down. And then as you're moving, you can start to take those arms up a little bit higher. And one more time. And then we're going to take one arm forward, one arm back, alternating sides, coming up onto your toes, again, if it's safe and if it's comfortable. And again, you might start to bring up the arms a little bit higher. And some of you might even come to a place that your hands meet overhead. Moving with your breath. No forcing. One more time on each side. Beautiful. When we come back to our center, now we're going to bring the arms out to the sides in the same way, coming up onto your toes. So inhale, arms come out to the sides, you come up onto your toes, or you move in whatever way works for your body. We're going to come up one more time to shoulder height and exhale down. Beautiful. All right, now, if you have a wall or a chair close by, I want you to come onto the front of your toes, so you're stretching the front of your foot, the front of your ankle. And again, hold on to something if it feels like you might lose your balance, and we're going to do the second side. Keep breathing. All right. So hopefully everything's feeling pretty good. We're going to take the weight into the left foot and lift up the right knee. Again, you can hold on to something or not. Roll through your ankle a couple times in each direction. Let's do the second side. So again, you bring your knee up to hip height, roll through the ankle a couple times in each direction, and then place that foot on the floor. Now bring your hands back onto your thighs. We're going to inhale, body up, exhale, slide all the way down. Take your hands onto the floor, onto some blocks. Bend your knees however much you need to. We're going to lift the left leg up, find your balance, And then you're going to explore the possibility of taking one or both hands onto your standing leg. Hands come down, foot comes down, we'll take the second side. Leg up, the foot's flexed so your muscles are engaged. Find your focus, find your balance. And then one or both hands off of the floor. Keep breathing. We'll bring hands down, foot down. Now walk those feet out so they're a little bit wider. Your hands are on the ground, the knees might be bent. We're going to inhale, legs straight, exhale, bend. Moving with your breath. Beautiful. Now, next time your legs are straight, you're going to pull your feet isometrically towards one another. Take your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, slide all the way up. Take a moment. Again, connect with your breath and your body. Roll through those shoulders one more time. Then we're going to take the arms out. So now inhale is going to be here. Exhale, you're going to slide down your leg. Inhale up. And you're just going side to side, making sure it feels good in your body as you're moving it. And here, we're not necessarily going for how deep we can go, but how good it feels in stretching our body as we reach over. Keeping your legs, your body, and your arm in a line. One more time on each side. And then we're going to add in a twist. So again, we'll start in our 5-pointed start. Inhale here, exhale, hand onto your hip. Then you're going to slide down however far it feels good. Inhale up, exhale, second side. If it feels okay in your neck, you can look up towards that lifted hand. If not, you're just finding a comfortable place for your head and neck. You can do this a couple more times. This is a great way to wake up in the morning, bringing up your energy, helping you to focus and connect with your breath and your body. And this will be our last time. All right, and then we're going to step those feet together. One more time, roll through those shoulders. And then let's interlace the fingers. You're going to roll through your wrists. We're going to pause, go the other direction. And I know for some of us, this can be a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. It gets easier over time. Now let's take that right hand forward, like you're saying stop. Gently hold on to your hand or your fingers and pull back towards your body. Still breathing, stretching our wrist in the opposite way. Then you're going to point your fingers down and again, use your opposite hand to help hold on to and push towards your body, the top of the hand. We'll do the second side. Still breathing. And then fingers down, pulling towards your body. Beautiful. We're going to let go. And we're going to do one more standing balance, and then we'll come to the floor for the rest of the time. So I want you to make like a cacti. And options here, if your arms don't work in the way that I'm going to end up doing this pose, you might come elbows, forearms, palms, and lift those elbows up off your chest. Or you might take the right arm to center, left elbow over top backs of the hands and or palms together. Lift your elbows up. You're going to sit down into a little chair. And then you're going to take that right foot and cross it over the bent left knee. You can keep the toes on the ground, the foot lifted, or wrap it around your calf. Breathe and focus. Notice where you're getting a stretch in your body. And then on an inhale, whenever you're ready, you're going to release, extend the limbs. Exhale back to starting position. Make like cacti again. And again, either your elbows, forearms, palms together, or left elbow to center, right elbow over top, backs of the hands, palms together. Inhale as you are standing. Exhale into a little chair position. And this time we're going to cross the left leg over top And again, that right leg stays bent, and your toes of the left foot can be on the floor lifted or wrapped around your calf. Long, smooth breath. Find a non-moving spot to look at, and sometimes it's a little harder because your hands are in front of your face. And again, when you start to feel done on an inhale, release all that energy out through your limbs, exhale back to neutral. And then we're gonna come down into a little squat. So you might have your toes turned out, you might have your feet a little bit wider, you might have a blanket rolled up under your heels, and then hands to the forehead or the heart center. Your back here is nice and rounded, so you're getting a stretch throughout your back body. And yes, I always say this, and just imagining all of the stress rolling down your spine into the floor. Now, when you start to feel complete, because for me, this is a nice relaxing position and it helps to decrease stress in the low back, and it's good for lots of different things, but not everybody's as comfortable as I am there. We're gonna bring ourselves down to the ground and then stretch your legs out so you're sitting up nice and tall. And if your back, as you're sitting here, your back is rounded, it's helpful to put a little blanket under your sit bones. So we're gonna inhale up and exhale, slide down just a little bit. Inhale up, exhale, sliding forward. And then we're going to take those hands and place them behind us, and you can have your fingers pointing towards your back, away, or behind you. I like mine pointing towards my back. You're going to bend your knees and keep your vision forward. And I want you to feel your feet on the ground, right? All 4 points, the base of the big toes, pinky toe side of the feet, both sides of the heels. We're going to inhale, lift those hips up, exhale down. Moving with your breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. Try to get that butt up off of the floor. Keep your feet grounded and keep your vision forward. We're not going to drop the head back here. Beautiful. Now, once you come back down, we're going to stretch out the left leg and reach for the flexed right ankle. And some of you might like to cradle your leg, or you might hold your hand in your knee and just move side to side. Then we're going to cross over, maybe above the knee, but you can be any place down to the ankle with your foot. You're going to keep that right foot flexed. We're going to inhale, arms up, or you can keep them on your leg. You're going to inhale up, exhale, slide down. Inhaling up, exhaling, sliding down. One more time, and this time when we come down, we're going to hold, and you're reaching your body and your head towards your knee, making sure there's no discomfort. And on an inhale, we'll slide up, stretch out that right leg. And again, you're going to reach for your flexed left ankle. And again, some of you might cradle that lower leg, or you might hold your ankle in your knee and move side to side, noticing how it feels in your hip as you do so. And then we're going to cross over the ankle on the right leg somewhere that feels good. Hands on your leg or up towards the sky. Inhale up, exhale forward. Always making sure it works for you, however you're moving, and that you can still breathe nice and easily. This will be our last time. And again, you're going to hold on to that leg wherever you can. Reach your head and your body towards your leg. And on an inhale, slide up. Now we have this leg crossed over. I want you to take that left foot, place it on the floor, and point your knee up towards the sky. And notice if you start to slump back here, keep your shoulders over your hips if possible. Left hand behind you, you're going to inhale that right arm up. And then you're gonna reach over, grab onto your knee, and bring your belly towards that inner thigh, or you might take the elbow to the outside of the knee. Your head follows your body. Some of you might even want to start to look over your shoulder. Long, smooth breaths. And on an inhale, let's lengthen the spine. Exhale, come back to the center. You're gonna straighten out the left leg and then bring in your right foot, cross it over your leg. Right hand behind you, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, belly towards that inner thigh, and you're holding on to the back of the knee, or you're bringing your elbow around. Your head follows your body. And again, you may want to start to look over your shoulder. You're making sure though, sometimes for some of us, it's a little bit more challenging to breathe, but you want to make sure you can still breathe fully. Long, smooth breaths. One more nice full breath. And then on your inhale, lengthening the body, exhaling, coming back to the center. This time we're gonna bend both knees. You're gonna take your hands inside of your ankles, inhale, body up, let that back round, chin towards the chest. I like to hold on to my big toes, but you can hold wherever it's comfortable. Taking a couple of smooth, long breaths. And on an inhale, let's come on up. We're gonna roll over onto our side. Okay, and so you're gonna come down towards the ground and you're gonna be on your side and you're supported by your elbow. The knees are bent. And here, what I want you to do is just lift up your top knee. So inhale, extend that knee, exhale as you close. Noticing what's happening in your body. I have my feet stacked up on top of one another. One more time. And then we're gonna come to the second side. So again, you're on your hip, you're supporting yourself on your elbow, feet are stacked up on top of one another. Inhale, lift the knee, exhale, bring it back down. Moving with your breath. One more time. And then when your knees come together, let's sit on up. We're gonna have our feet and our knees touching one another and the body's sitting up nice and tall, arms are down at your sides. You're gonna inhale, arms up, open the knees out to the side. Exhale, knees come together, hands come down. And again, just like with everything that we do, if it doesn't work to have your arms totally extended, you work in a way that feels good to you. I'm opening and closing the knees and the feet with the breath. One more time. Beautiful. Now from here, again, we're gonna make our way down onto our side. And you're gonna come all the way down to the ground. And let's have a block or a blanket close by. So carefully onto your side, come all the way down onto your back body. Feet are about hip width apart. And we're gonna take the ankles and the knees towards one another, extend the arms out on the side. Vision is up towards the ceiling, but whenever you're on the ground, feel free to close your eyes. And we're gonna inhale to the center, exhale, you're gonna take your knees over just 3 or 4 inches and turn your head just a little bit to the left as the knees go to the right. Inhale back to the center and second side. So we're not going for our deepest stretch here, we're working our way into it. And now, if you want to bring those knees down a little bit closer to the floor and turn your head a little bit more, go ahead and do that. Only deepening if it feels really good in your body. And then finally, you're gonna go as deep as it feels good in your body, just making sure that you're in control and you're not letting gravity move your legs for you. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Beautiful. Now, here we are back at the center. Let's bring those knees in towards the chest one at a time. And I want you to feel your low back, the back of the pelvis on the floor as you're moving side to side or in a circular motion, whatever feels good to help you settle into the ground. Then we're going to take the lower legs so that they're perpendicular. No, the upper legs so they're perpendicular to the ground, your lower legs so that they're parallel with the floor. Isometrically, you're going to press hands into thighs, thighs into hands. Inhale as the thighs are upright. Exhale, you're going to push those knees into your chest. But the whole time, your hands are pressing into your thighs and the thighs are pressing into your hands. So inhale as you push away. Exhale as you push in. And yes, I know it's a lot of work. You can do this without using your hands and the isometrics, and it will not affect your core in the same way it does doing it like this. All right. All right, so after your next exhale, we're gonna gently bring the feet down to the ground, and you're gonna place your blanket or block underneath your pelvis. And we don't want to lift it super high here, but just have it slightly off of the ground. And you're going to bring your legs up one at a time. And I want you to make sure that the back of your head, your shoulders are comfortable, your hips are comfortable with whatever they're on. And if it doesn't feel good to be elevated, just get rid of that. And you're going to open your legs out at an angle, again, just a little bit, not going for our deepest place, and then slowly bring them back together. So opening the legs, bringing them back together with your breath. And just like we've been doing with a couple of the different poses today, you might start to widen the angle as your body feels more comfortable and ready to do that. And if it doesn't want to today, that's totally okay. Now, next time those feet come back together, you're going to bend the knees, reach your hands on the outside of the legs, wherever your hands come to. You might even grab onto the outside of your feet into what some people call a happy baby or dead bug pose. And you might gently rock side to side, or you might just pull your feet towards your body. The knees are going outside of your body. Long, smooth breaths. Now, holding on to your right leg, we're going to release that left leg and stretch it away. So you're not bringing it down to the floor. It's hovering over the floor. The foot's flexed and you're pressing with that leg. And you're still breathing. And then very carefully, we're going to bring that foot in. Grab onto wherever you're holding onto that second leg. And we're going to extend the right leg, and again, the foot is flexed and you're pressing away and you're breathing. You're above the floor, so you're not dropping the heel onto the floor. And then very carefully, we're going to bring that foot in. This time we'll release both legs up towards the sky, hands on your legs wherever they come to. Inhale, body on the floor. Exhale, you're going to lift the head and shoulders and slide up your legs. So inhale down, exhale as you come up. Continue to move as you breathe. And if it doesn't feel good to lift your upper body, you can bring the legs towards your body instead of lifting your head and shoulders. One more time. And when you come down to the ground, we're going to bend the knees, roll over to your side. And then you are going to get yourself set up into some sort of position for Shavasana. And so you might be laying down, you might have your legs up on a chair or a sofa. Use whatever supplies you have to get yourself into a comfortable position. And then as you start to settle into the ground, eyes are closed, softening the muscles in your face, softening your eyes, softening your breath, and just letting your body be heavy so that you're completely supported by the earth beneath you, wherever you may be. Long, smooth, gentle breaths. Namaha, namo, namaha, namaha, namo, namaha. namah. So as you gently start to reawaken, noticing how your breath and your body's feeling, maybe remembering how you felt at the beginning of the practice and preparing for moving out into your day. And I love that little chant. It says, "It's not me, it's not me, it's not me," implying that there is something greater than me out there, whatever it is that is within your belief system. So thinking about, not being the center of the universe. I mean, we're the center of each of our own universes, right? But thinking about going out into your day, and if you're in a quieter place, like how can you maintain that? So as you get yourself up to a seated position, let's just gently roll through your body. So we're going to make little circles and you're checking in. How is everything feeling? Most of you know I like to call this stirring the pot, and then we'll pause and go in the other direction. So you're checking in, seeing if anything else needs anything. And then let's bring those hands to the heart center, thumbs gently resting on the sternum, fingertips together, heels of the hands together so that there's a little space. And you're gently pressing those thumbs into your breastbone. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine that you're bringing your life force, your energy into that space between your palms. You probably feel the heat gathering there. And we're going to take those hands and place them right over our heart. Feeling the warmth, the touch of your hands on your body. And I want to thank you for being here, and I'd like to thank all of my teachers, past and present, and for the peoples whose land I live and work upon. And even though they are different today than they normally are, it's still important to acknowledge. So thank you. Let's end with our 3 planetary healing sounds. Inhaling those arms up towards the sky, exhaling the sound hue to the heart. Hue. Inhaling the arms out, palms open, exhaling ah to the heart. Ah. And inhaling, scooping around and up from the earth, the sound om to the heart. Om. Thank you again. Namaste.